Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. And we're back Monday. Yay!
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
I have nothing. I guess it just means it's Monday. The first.
You can't
First day
say
of the
that
week.
and then have nothing.
I thought maybe I would have time to come up with something really quick, but it's a Monday, so I couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, the pause there said either you didn't hear me or you didn't have anything to follow up.
Oh, Yamel's. He's fallen into the chat world.
Hey, come on, Yamel, you should
Good
be
morning.
here with us.
Do you
Rick
need help?
needs you.
Are the chats holding you hostage? Blink twice if you need help.
He'll be on in 30 minutes.
All right.
Sounds good.
Oh, cool. I'll be suffering then. Yeah, 2 more weeks of work on this plan. This is where it gets tough.
Oh,
Or
I guess.
doesn't. It definitely gets tough, but it gets where it does a great job preparing you for it. Other than last week where I was completely unprepared for it, but that was more taking the vacation.
I guess Jerry's done, but he's not. Moving on. He'd stopped, but yes.
Yo, Ben,
Watch you, Ben.
did you get the beast back? Oh, great. Starts out with, there's no way to sugarcoat main set 1. Brutal. No, though, I see it as 2 minutes. It's better than 3 minutes. Apparently, set 2 is more subdued. It looks more like steady threshold. Seems like suffering.
There's a reply from Ben.
Beast is back home. Nice. Excellent. Good news. I'm assuming they've fixed the brakes. They're good to go now. Nice. Looks like this week, well, maybe not Wednesday. This week I'm going to be commuting on bike every day, because it is supposed to be very good weather. 80s all week, or right around 80. Except for Wednesday, where I have a doctor's appointment and it's supposed to be thunderstorms in the afternoon, so that kind of works out. So I won't be riding to work.
Why not? Where's your sense of adventure?
It's not about me. It's about the chain. I love wax chains now. It's an excuse.
So my chain's made out of metal.
So my brother-in-law, I was telling him about, he works with graphene. His business that he started, he makes nanotubes out of graphene and stuff. And I was telling him about, well, they say there's graphene in my wax. So he was talking about how expensive it is. He's one of those guys that just knows about everything. It's very strange. Sometimes I feel like he's just making it up as he goes, but then he can actually like pull out facts and figures. And it's like, what? How do you know these things? Every time he stops by and to quote unquote learn about my job at the brewery, he ends up teaching me somehow. So, but yeah, he said that, oh, that can't be real graphene that's in the wax. It would cost more than that. You sure? They say it is. He's like, well, I don't know. I would almost think maybe it's like they slightly changed the name in some sort of way. A graphene-like substance of some sort. So now it's just trash.
Graphene with an F.
Yes. This one is graphene. Graphene has two F's in it.
Graphene, TH.
Oh yeah, but this one has two F's in it. So it looks better. I learned how to spell graphite and in turn graphene from the time when first time I ever completely stabbed myself with a pencil. And
why would you do that?
Onto I don't know. I can't even remember what the situation was. But I do remember going on to AOL. I had mail. And then I typed in the search bar about it. And then I found out that pencils were graphite, not lead anymore. So I had no worries.
Yep.
I don't know. I made up the internet thing. Somehow I looked it up though. I don't know if I used the Encyclopedia Britannica or AOL, but
did you use Yahoo?
No. So those were the days when AOL just ruled everything. They were going to be big business. At least on a consumer standpoint. You don't remember those days, do you?
Use AOL.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah, that's what I say. Or the layman consumer, how about that? How could you not use AOL? They sent the disc right to you in the mail, even when you didn't ask for it. That was crazy back in those days.
Hope you're feeling better soon, Ben.
Just to have access to the internet. Unless if you use something else.
I think of all the services that I used. I started with Kicks.
Juno had its own search engine, right? Or did it use something else like Yahoo or something?
Started with Kicks, and then I moved to Demon Internet, and I think finally I was on BT before I went broadband. You know, I was on Blue Yonder, and then I came over here.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I had Juno as my first personal because I wasn't sure if I was allowed to be on the internet. So I found it's better to just do it. That was the theme of my teenage years and adolescent years, was just do it and then ask for forgiveness later. And so I did.
Well, if I'm going around the jungle here, I'm going to switch bikes.
Odin. Yeah, my daughter's been sick ever since a few days into Florida. She's had like sore throat and all the common stuff, but she has none of the big sicknesses, which I'm almost thinking it might be allergies, but all right, here we go. Time to work. Yeah, I hate having breathing problems.
Yeah, it's kind of critical, that one.
Like, they're bad anyway, but then when you really depend on being able to get your workout done, somehow I didn't get whatever Grace has, and she practically, I don't think I would have been any worse off. She just would have spit directly in my mouth with how much she kept drinking my water bottle, doing all that sort of stuff. To be clear though, she did not spit directly in my mouth. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so used to codeine being a prescription medication. I didn't even think of that. That's relatively new to me. in Canada. I know that's an over-the-counter thing. But not in the US. You can eat all the McDonald's you want, but do not take the codeine unless if you have thoroughly paid your doctor and your pharmacist. No. Yeah, I would imagine that wouldn't help at all, Ben. Oh, wow. Can't wait till these are over. Feels like a Monday. I hate having to take a rest day. I did not intend to have a rest day yesterday. Yeah, that was one of the biggest fears when my daughter started getting sick. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get it. And I'm like on a strict training deadline after taking a week off. I had to spend the first half of the week catching up, starting to get back to where I was, I think. The last thing I wanted was getting sick. So far, I've been lucky. I also include an insane amount of vitamin C in my diet every day. When I'm doing stuff like this. I don't know if there's such thing as too much vitamin C, but if there is, I might be there. Diuretic. Well, that's hard to tell, given the fact that I already drink so much water that I'm peeing all the time anyway. Never mind, I guess 2 minutes isn't. Maybe it just feels easier when I have a 3-minute one. Getting stronger, getting stronger. Ah. Ah. Ooh, wow, that's a full drink. Ah, I'm trying. gradually going up in these hard workouts. The long hard ones would be with the high carbohydrate drink. And wow, I'm on to 2 scoops. That is a thick drink. I like it. Has a lot of body.
2 scoops, Rick.
It's now like the consistency of a beer.
The name's Rick. Rick 2 Scoops England.
Beer is another high carb beverage. Oh, come on, another. All right. Hopefully these last 3 I'll be excited to do. Maybe not excited, but ready. All right, here we go. Right now they hurt. It's nice to be 310 watts and 4.5 watts per kilo. Whew. Man. Ah. Come on, go down. There we go.
What on earth are you doing?
Wow. I love that. 6 second wait for the trainer. The ramp down. A lot better when my legs aren't ready to quit. That's that fun. 2 minutes is not enough. That 8 minutes is gonna be so nice. Today I'm gonna start loading up on beta alanine, but I wish I would have already done it a while ago. That would help me out a bit today. Maybe. time's going slow now. These ramp ups do make it a little harder.
But young lady.
Come on. Come on. Ah, that hurts. Well, this break feels a little longer. Maybe it's all gonna turn around. Last two will be nice. Still gonna spin up. It's going to slack the gas out. I really wish I would have ridden yesterday. I feel like it would make this a little better. Stupid time. Not enough time in the day for other stuff. Oh, 1 minute left. Man. Huh.
There's a lot of funny noises coming from you over there.
It's torture. Ah, 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 ah. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Wow. Ah. Man, all these workouts, just the long ones in these weeks. Start out with the VO2s, just wipe you, and then go on to the long threshold stuff with no rest. They're so good, so horrible. Wow, my legs just don't even want to work. Ooh, I gotta figure it out in the next 50 seconds. Take an extra rest minute on this one. I can see we're gonna make a difference. Ah. Oh, believe me, doesn't feel like cheap. Here we go. One more torch.
Almost 10 minutes in and I still haven't finished the leading yet.
Ow. Ah. Oh, man. Wow, this hurts.
Yeah, how much leading there is when you do this forwards. And from Megan, thank you, Megan.
Megan. Wow. 1 minute in, not feeling recovered. These workouts are something else. I feel like I've done a workout. I feel like this should be the cool thing. Man. There we go, feeling a little better. 1.5 minutes.
You right on, Mimi?
Ooh. There, tuck my.
Where'd you go? Now I can start a lap. 13 minutes of bleeding. $13.45.
Ouchie. Oh, that hurt not spinning there. Time to go. Uh-oh, wrong rag. Don't want to use that rag.
No, we don't want green bits all over your face.
No, you'll be all right.
Went and loaded the dishwasher this morning. Went to get it started and no more dishwasher pods. Hate it when that happens.
What you Owen?
Morning, Owen. Welcome home.
That is a very frustrating experience.
Thank you, buddy. We're doing a recon ride for the ebb. Owen. Side.
I want to do my dishes and I want to do them now.
Decide whether to throw this in this week. Classic reverse.
Look at that.
Give a few people a badge. My trip was long. Lots of driving.
Yeah, mine felt very long. It was weird, but it was like in a good way. It was one of those rare moments where if time didn't fly while having fun. I think it was because of all the, like, what we did. Because it was like the last couple days we just hung out around my dad's house. Those days flew by. Oh, hold on. Ah.
I've got someone catching me up now who has been pushing like 4.5 watts a kilo to catch me.
That wasn't about the dishwasher. I do have to go get some dishwasher pods after this though. But now that was one of those. I see I'm being talked to from the front door. So I went out there to see what it was about. And it was about wondering where Lily's tent is. She has like a little tent with a tunnel. And I had to mow the lawn yesterday, so I huffed and puffed and tore it all down. Threw it in the playhouse.
Yeah, sounds like you're just in a dishwasher now.
But that trip that felt rather worthless because I had to answer a question that I don't feel was worthy of stopping my entire workout for. But it was worth it because I got to give Grace a super sweaty hug. She loved it. I love you. But yeah, my trip felt long because I think because of like there's something about, you know, like when you fly and you finally arrive to your destination and you're like, wow, that felt like a long day because you were in so many different places. It felt like kind of how this entire trip felt because of being there for the entirety of it being okay, hold on, I gotta answer more questions.
I was going to fill the gap then, but you carry on.
But yeah, so, and then Disney, of course, has that effect where you're in so many different worlds every day. You know, you can walk from one completely different place, walk from one place to a completely different place that feels like you're in a totally different land. Made the days very long, and in a good way. Man, she sure needs my help a lot. Don't tell her I said that.
So, in all, we visited Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Florida.
Nice. Just snuck in right on the corner.
Yep.
Oh, my rest is almost over. Now my sister leaves today to go back to Houston and clean up her yard from that storm that went through.
I was going to say,
Had
watch out for tornadoes.
Yeah, I guess this wasn't a tornado. It was just like a hurricane force winds. I don't know. Maybe it was from a tornado nearby or something.
They had tornadoes.
They did.
Yeah, one went through a
I
friend's
know.
neighborhood.
I went there one time, and some of the skyscrapers downtown were missing windows from a tornado that had gone right through downtown. But that was back in the 90s.
Yeah, door to door, Owen, from Florida to our house. 1,000 and I can't remember whether it's 1,038 or 1,083. I know there's those numbers in there. Can't remember the order. Miles. Right. Well, in a few short months, you'll get to comprehend it. Owen.
Yes. You get to comprehend. Yeah, and you're also doing, wow, that's quite a thing. Like, at least on the East Coast, when you travel, you feel like you're making some headway. But you'll be doing it in a fun way anyway, though. On a bike, with doing it over the course of a month is definitely the best way. But man, those states, like, they even start getting big in Andy's area. And then they get even bigger.
So, you're doing it at the right time as well, Owen. Double cicada bloom. we had quite a few cicadas stuck in the front of the grill on the car. You know, coming up through Alabama, it was loud in all the trees. Okay, so it's 13:45, so I'm doing 9 and a bit minute laps.
I heard one cicada while I was in Florida. There's one point where I was like, what is that sound? My dad said, oh, that's a cicada. And I was like, that's one? You can only imagine what thousands of them sound like.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we do have them up here.
Yes. Cicadas look really scary though, with the red eyes. Owen.
I heard a rumor that if you blast John Cicada on your stereo, it drowns out the sounds of the cicadas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Cicada's only kryptonite is cicada. Cicada.
You should get a 1K, see where the 1K point is.
Wow, my legs are just... I think rest day was horrible. Thought that was my choice.
Gonna get lapped. Aye. Leaders of a beat. Doing 7 watts a kilo.
Wow. Wow,
All those orange numbers.
All right. Need to embrace this.
Glad you didn't get auto-modded for that one, Owen. Talking about your helmet. Yeah. I made innuendo bingo for a Formula One helmet quote. I miss Scott Mills' innuendo bingo.
What, he doesn't do it on radio too?
I don't know. I've listened to him a couple of times and that's been it. Not the same.
Still cracks me up that day when we were riding with Andy Jenner, and he found out I was listening to Radio 1 on that Sunday, and then he was like, "Really, you're listening to Radio 1?" And I was like, "Yes, this is my day for international influence." And he was like, "What's that? Listening to American music on British radio?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." All right. All right. Here we go. Now I'm ready. Do it for real. No stopping. For some reason, I'm already feeling better about this. On Saturday, I did 2 hours of zone 2. Felt good until the last 20 minutes. Last 20 minutes, I got hungry, and all of a sudden I was like, I want to be done. But I met the one guy, showed up and mentioned he was in a rainy Maine. And I said, "Oh, me too." And I said I was from Bangor. And then another guy got on and he said, "Are you going to be at the Grand Fondo in Bangor?" And I said, "Well, yes, I am." And he said he's going to be there, riding the same course. That was cool. Gotta love that on Zwift. It's not very often that I see people from Maine on there.
If everybody hasn't changed their minds for who's going to win the tour now, they're in denial.
I figured it was gonna be Pogacar anyway.
Yeah. And now that Vingegaard crashed, he's not winning.
Oh, for the tour. Yeah, I'm thinking totally different. I mean,
Yeah, well, we already know he's going to win the Giro. That's no longer... He'd have to have a 7-minute crash at this point to lose.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he can really, like, kind of just not even have to attack. Unless if it's something big going on. I mean, obviously, he's still going to have to keep that pressure. But,
He's got a 7-minute lead now.
oh, yeah. But if he relaxed too much, I mean, someone could take that. But I don't see the whole peloton not ending up more than that.
I feel like if the whole peloton worked against his team, they still wouldn't take the jersey.
I mean, Vingegaard he's been training.
Oh,
But
okay.
he also had that time, quite a bit of time off from the crash.
Yeah,
But
which is not enough to keep up with this man right now on record form. For anybody ever, it seems.
unless if he hits one of those walls. But usually he's pretty good still in the tour. It's when they get to Spain that he starts looking like he's getting a little sick. At least last year. And maybe even the year before.
But last year he was coming off a crash. The
Oh,
year
was he?
before, yeah, he had crashed just weeks before and was almost sidelined for training, and still gave Vingegaard a run for his money.
Oh yeah. You could
The
tell
only
that definitely he wasn't the same though.
This year, though, Vingegaard won't be the same.
Nope.
And the only
And-
reason why Vingegaard won the year before was because his team was better, and it was a
Yeah.
3-1 on that one day. I think it was the Alps, but in the mountains.
As much as I'd like to see Sepp Kuss do it, I don't think he has it.
Oh yeah, nah, not to win it all, no.
Nah.
Maybe get third at best.
I think he's really good.
He's just not GC really good.
Yeah, he's not top GC like these guys.
Yeah. He's GC great compared to everyone else, but compared to the stars of today, he doesn't
Yeah.
have it.
It's amazing how they make everybody else look like they're on a different level.
Yeah. It's like now they're elite.
They just making it look like he just picks and chooses. It's just crazy. It's his game and they're all just kind of riding it.
Yeah.
It's like he's playing Virtual Pro or something.
He does ride like it's Swift, though. His tactics more aligned with the way Swift races.
Yeah. Yeah, you do get that sense of one where he's like, he's just challenging himself. Whenever the game is afoot, he fully grasps it and
Yeah.
goes with it just to keep it exciting. There's been times where he doesn't have to. You can tell, but
Yeah.
he does.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely on a mission to make this year his historic year.
Yep. If he can get the trifecta though, tour, and Olympic.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I don't even think he can compete for the Olympic because I think it's the same time.
Then watch him retire for a year. Just to get back to it. Just to get back to normal. Primoz Roglic is pissed.
Join England.
Man, 5 workouts on tap today. I mean, this week, not today. Plus, the week looks good for me to commute to work every day, except for Wednesday for a doctor's appointment. It's going to be a big work week. Luckily, work doesn't seem too busy at this point. Man, so this new restaurant thing that the company the brewery's taking on is causing they finally released it last week. And oh man, everybody I run into, they're like, congratulations on the restaurant. And I'm like, huh? Why are you congratulating me? I'm gonna have nothing to do with it. I'll show up there to have a meal on opening day. That's about it. Might take a tour or two. Getting ready to change my phone number so that they can't call me about anything.
Huh. Ah. Trying to decide whether I should ride with Megan for a bit. Riding. She's riding. Let's find out.
Keep trying not to look ahead. See that there is no rest in sight.
Oh, Rick, there's no rest for the wicked. You must have been really, really naughty.
This feels like it.
Uh-oh, I joined Megan doing 5 watts a kilo.
Got her off with me. I think my top right now is like 4. I'm about to do 4.2 for my FTP. Actually, let's see. What is my? It is 4. Oh, never mind. It's 4 watts. Never mind. Oh, 4.2. Oh, I can see your message.
Then
Let's do the 30-second ramp up. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm not keeping up with this.
My trainer dropped out for 2 seconds. Ah. 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 She's still doing that?
It's on and off.
That's horrible. Ah. She must be doing 30-30s or something. 30-15.
Look at the timings out yet.
Today is definitely going to be one of those. Let's start off my ride to work. First part's downhill, but then I have to push a little bit uphill. And my legs are going to be like,
I
really?
just
Again?
caught up with her. And she's off again.
All right. Didn't even come close to breaking yet. Haven't even reset. Oh, that's stupid. To do my FTP, then the ramp up. Hope the workouts go better tomorrow. I'm complaining a lot today. Not in the mood for this.
5, 30 seconds each. Oh. And now.
39.
Suck. Ow. Oh, fucking gosh.
Down. Another one.
Yeah.
Good one coming up.
Careful eyes from shifting eyes, too quick to overanalyze. I bet it comes as no surprise.
It looks like this is 30-30s, but 5 in each block.
I hope you cut me down to size. I wanna be everything you want and so much more. But I lie awake and wonder if I'll ever be the one. So I try to do anything I can to calm the storm. But I'm deafened by the thunder.
Yeah, today should be a nice, easy ride to work. I think I'll be shifting out of the big ring when there's a hill. There's something about riding to work though. It's like if something's wrong while I'm doing my workout on the trainer and I'm not liking what I'm seeing, somehow it gets fixed after riding to work. Very strange.
About 10-second lead over Megan now. I'm just going to pace myself so he catches me up on the last one. Maybe. There we go. Ooh. 11 minutes to work. And let's see. Yeah.
Good.
Finished yet, Rick?
Huh?
Have you finished?
I have 10 minutes left. Well, no, 14 minutes, but 10 minutes of work. I don't count the cool down because that's going to be really nice. I'd rather do that than stop pedaling.
Let's get this last one out. We're making up something.
So my daughter got 2-1, so she was pissed because she thought she would be a 2-0.
Yeah.
What is your daughter's number again, or skill level?
For the last 2 years, she was at J1. But then when she filled in, she was on J2. And she's at a J2 level for sure, if not J3. But
Yeah.
they did like a thing where whoever was on the J1 for the first year They ended up like doing really well. But if you were doing 2 teams crossover, then you got moved to J2. If you could only do 1, then you stayed on J1, so that they could keep some older and more skilled kids to kind of be leaders of the team.
Yeah.
But next year she should be J3 with all of her friends, or this year or whatever. So I think that they saw that worked well with her, and how much she improved in 1 year.
Yeah, I don't think my daughter, she's not old enough for junior, I don't think, right?
I
How
don't
old
know.
do you have to be
Yeah.
for that?
It doesn't. I don't think age matters, because a lot of the flyers are like 8 and stuff. At least in our
they're
gym,
little.
just because
Yeah.
of there's limited
Their
people. That play
size,
with kids.
yeah. Like,
Some of these kids, it's like they're like 10 years old and doing crazy stuff. Like essentially being qualified to be on the senior team, just that they're not old enough.
yeah. I don't know if mine is junior. I think youth is younger than that, right? So it's YJS.
I don't know.
I gotta ask my daughter which one is she.
Our gym only has the junior. Well, and then they have like the one under that kids usually get pulled up for from 2 J1.
Yeah.
But that one doesn't travel much. They like travel. Most travel they do is like through New England, and they only do a few competitions a year that are out of the state. Come on. Getting tired. But yeah, she was in J1, especially like seeing her on the high school team and how much she was killing it. And then
Yeah.
watching her J1 competitions, it was like, it's just so like, she had to step back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because in J1, they don't really do, the most they do for tumbling is like back walkovers and round offs, and that's it. And then it's like mainly the technical parts are in the actual stunting. Whereas in J2, they start doing front walkovers and back handsprings and all that stuff. And all the other things I don't know the name of. Now, bear in mind that if Grace was here, she'd probably be correcting every word I'm saying. I've learned a lot, but I still haven't learned enough, apparently. All right, one more FTP for a minute and I'm done.
After my
Okay.
workout, I just did that coffee break for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Before I started the coffee break, I was like, I can't pedal anymore. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna pass out. I did the coffee break and now I'm like, oh, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a wonder how much that break is
Oh yeah.
important.
That's it.
Just to
the
like
thing
calm
with
down for a second.
Like these workouts are just stupid. This
Yeah.
whole like 3-week thing is like, it's even worse with the whole no breaks, just work,
Yeah.
taking breaks at tempo.
Yeah. Tempo. Not a damn break. It'd be different if you said free ride so I could just at least catch anything. But no, 30 seconds at tempo, which isn't even 30 seconds or even 15 because your trainer takes 7 seconds to cool back down
Oh, yeah.
and let the damn erg go.
I was running
So it's like a 7-second break.
into that on the 2-minute ramp ups that I was doing in the beginning, where that was like sapping my legs more than I thought it would. So I'm used to like 3 minutes over 300, and the last minute's hard. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be easy. It was not easy. I don't know if it was because of the ramp or what, but usually ramps don't bother me too much. Those ones were bad. And then I'd be like going through the last couple seconds, like letting off the power because I'm just done. And then still have 6 more seconds for my trainer to calm down. Be doing like 30 RPM once the rest kicks in. It's horrible. Much better now though. I did it. I'm definitely gonna feel this. The first power I have to put down outside, I'm gonna be like, ooh, there it is.
Oh, by the way, Wednesday mornings, y'all probably won't see me anymore. Or at least every other Wednesday. We'll see how it goes, though. But probably be out on Wednesday.
That's what I was thinking I might have to do because I have to leave work early in order to start doing those group rides.
Yeah.
And that's the only time that I know of that there's actually a good group ride going on anywhere in Bangor. All the other ones are like just easy going. Like the other option is Thursday night. And that one goes right by my work, so that one's pretty easy. The Wednesday one's always switching up the routes, but it's just guys going hard in different places every week. And but the other one is like a big group ride that the speed's all right. Like it's like 20 miles per hour average, typically 18 to 20. But because it's such a big group, you're just like spending most of your time just kind of pedal on, pedal off, or just like pedaling with nothing really behind it, just to keep your legs moving. And then holding back on the hills because half the people don't know how to pedal up a hill in a group. So then the whole group gets jammed up a little bit. So you always have to go into the hills like not pedaling just in case.
Yeah,
Like
I'll be working Saturday nights, so to be up all night and then work out.
Yeah,
Be crazy.
crazy though on those group rides. Like I have an average of like 20 miles per hour, but yet have my average power be like 120 watts. maybe like 140, I don't know, but it's just like it's weird. But I think the fast group rides, typically whenever I've seen them, they're only like maybe 6 riders, which is kind of pathetic.
Yeah,
There should be more hard riders around here, which I guess maybe if we got every single hard rider on the same page to all show up on Wednesday, there'd probably be more, but I know they're
gotta
out there.
organize it. For my area, most all the good riders are on the same team, so all you got to do is just organize the teams instead of just be like, hey, send out an invite to this team, and then the other one send out an invite. So it's not hard.
I would like to try to get a little team going on in this area if there isn't one already, which I haven't heard anything about it, but if there is, but that would be kind of
Yeah,
good.
or at least organize a group like a Discord.
Yeah. So like start with the idea of a group and then gradually be like, so how about a team?
Yeah, organizing through the local bike shop. That's how everybody else does it.
See if we can't get a sponsorship to help out with travel a little bit. Be like, yo, let's do this.
I mean, I started a team, so you should do it too.
I'm not usually one to like start groups or anything because I'm usually very good at joining them, but not starting them. But I don't know. For this case, I might just. It seems like a lot of the good riders are like dentists and other kinds of occupations
professions.
where they're kind of just, I would imagine they're boring, but they have the extra income to be able to do all that stuff.
Time, you have the extra time.
And
You make your own schedule. You can carve out 2 hours in your day forcefully.
Ooh, there's 36 miles. All right. Ooh. Wow. I actually had an idea yesterday, like, was if today I was going to make it a long ride to work. That's not happening.
Ha.
Apparently, I wasn't even thinking about my workout at all. I was even looking at it and not thinking properly about it.
Well, I've decided that I'm gonna build my own electric bicycle and ride it to work every day, or nearly every day,
Why electric?
because I don't want to go to work in the summer sweating.
What?
So
That actually you gain more respect that way than you would think. When you
Hell
show
no.
up just drenched,
I'm not going
yeah.
smell like ass like some other people do.
People immediately
Hell
are
no.
just like, you like walk into work and they all just go, it's an amazing thing.
And
or maybe that's just what I see when I'm delirious from all the heat.
hell no, there's
they're
no
really
way.
just looking. They're really just looking at me like, yeah.
Because then I have to take a change of clothes and whatnot, and a shower and all of that.
Well, I don't
Not
take a shower,
before-
but I do have a rag that I then wipe myself off with when I get into the bathroom. Give myself the full body wipe, and then the worst part is the bag, having the bag on the back with the clothes, and it's like the
Yeah,
back's
hell
just
no.
saturated. Even if it's like
Hell
only
no.
60 degrees, my back's just saturated every time. And then you
I
gotta
think
go
we
find somewhere
finally
to
have
hang
one
your
of
shit off.
those. Yeah. I think our bathroom finally has one of those things that you see when you go to the swimming pool where you put your trunks in it and it like
Oh,
air
yeah.
dries it. And like, I think
Nice,
we have one
okay.
of those now, but I'm not riding no
I was gonna
smelly
say,
work
'cause
clothes back. Or
I was gonna say if you have a cubicle, right? You have a
No.
cubicle at this job? I was gonna say I can imagine like on the corner of the cubicle, like right where you enter into it, like you put up one of those little like ticket hooks, and then you just hang your kit from that right at the
Oh
entrance.
yeah, I could do that.
Just
I
to let
wouldn't quite
everyone know.
call it a cubicle, but it is a something. And it does have 2 walls, and I
Yep.
can hang crap from it. But what I would end up doing is I would wash it in the shower when I got there if I was too sweaty or hot, and then I would hang it up like I do with these every day. So
I'll send
probably
you a
do that.
picture. I'll send you a picture of mine today. You'll think it's funny, I guarantee, because it's like I go right in and I just pick a fermenter that isn't going to be used that day, and like those
Yeah.
big cranks that are on the door, I'll just hang it off of the crank. It just sits there all day, just drying out.
next thing you know, the inspectors come in sneakily and they see that shit and they're like, fail. No jinx, so I'll knock on wood on that one.
Oh, I've argued with an inspector before over stuff like that. There was an
Yeah.
inspector that came in once because we have 4 large garage doors because it used to be an automotive garage,
Yeah.
and so we'll have like all those open whenever it's warm out and stuff. And this inspector who admitted that they were new to the job, then they were like, "You're gonna have to get screens for those doors." We were like, "What? We're gonna have to get overhead screen doors? Dude, like that's absurd." And then by the end of it, I had him convinced that, since I was like, the whole point of brewing beer is to keep the beer isolated from everything. You don't want oxygen, you don't want insects, you don't want microbes, you don't want anything to get into this beer. And that's what the tanks are for. We spend all of our time making sure that nothing gets into those tanks. So it doesn't matter if there's a swarm of insects in this place, they're not going to get in those tanks. We make sure that doesn't happen. And so by the end of it, then he was like, "Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I guess
That is a good point.
Yeah." And he was like, "I guess that this doesn't," because he was going at it like in a food nature, where if you have a kitchen and you have an open spot, you are supposed to. I don't know how food trucks, how that works out, but apparently as a kitchen, you're supposed to have a screen door if you have anything open. Which, because you don't want flies in the soup or whatever,
Yeah.
But even if a fly were to get into, say, our mash, or then if it won't get into the beer because the beer gets strained out of the mash into the kettle, then it gets boiled, and then when it gets pulled out of the kettle, then like whatever sediment that's on the bottom, the whole point is to not suck that in. So then we're just taking the liquid off of the top of any sediment. And then if for some reason it magically makes it into the kettle, then it's dropped down to the bottom, and then it's let out with everything else anyway. So, but by then it's not going to make it. But so yeah, no bugs in the beer. The only place that you would have an issue is in the canning line, which we didn't talk about that. But typically the canning line's so fast that it's just like a fly
Do
would
you
have
think
to be.
canning or kegging is better?
These days kegging is, but I mean, these days you want to sell everything in-house. I mean, yeah, you want to sell everything in-house. I feel like the people who essentially own the distribution world, they've already got a good firm foot planted in that area, and there is only so many people buying beer. So it's kind of cans are only good for if you're gonna like sell them out of your own tap room, or I mean, I guess as long as you're doing everything properly and you have all the machines to make sure that your or all the testing equipment to make sure that your beer is shelf stable, then it is good to have it in a store, just so that it's there, and it is a place where you can tell people they could buy it. But by then you've already like spent like $200,000 in testing equipment just to make sure that it is shelf stable.
Just leave it on the shelf for a while.
No, you could, but then all you'll do is find out that it's not shelf stable.
So, for example, let's say the reason why I wanted to can was because I wanted to be able to sell the drinks at the food trucks. You think that's viable since it's still your own distribution?
See, that's a different situation because now you're in full control of it, so you can decide that it stays cold. Because that's the thing with shelf stability, is if they don't keep it cold, then the beer will start to die off pretty quick. But but if you're in control of it, then typically you can like keep it cold, make sure that it will stay as fresh as possible, and then most likely the person's going to open it right then anyway. So that works out. But
did you just draw a breath then?
Then there's the cost of actually getting canning equipment.
Can you talk while you breathe in, Rick? I was waiting for you to take a breath so I could actually say goodbye to everybody on the stream.
It's circular talking. I thought we talked about this.
I am going to say thank you to everyone for joining us on the stream this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with another beer talk, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a workout. We'll see. But until then,
another hard workout.
We'll take care. Have a good Monday, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.
Waiting for that.